Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I'm Miss Lisa, and this is my YouTube channel for all things math and science that I want to talk about. And what we're going to be talking about today is using your TI calculator to make a box and whiskers plot. And if you recall from your algebra class, the box and whiskers looks like that. And it's just a graphical way of representing data that gives you some statistical analysis in the graph, I guess is the best way to say it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this data in. That's going to be the stuff that we're going to put into our calculator. So I'll start with my calculator off, teach you everything. First, you turn it on right there. And I'm on my regular math screen. But I want to go here where it says stat because I want to put in some, this is a statistics thing. And first, it comes up here, and I'm going to say enter because I want to edit. I want to put in some data. Now, I'm going to put the data in this first column. I already have some stuff in here, and I don't want anything in that second column. So I need to delete it. Now, be real careful. You're going to use that button right there that says delete, and you press it. But you just want to be real careful not to get up here. Because if you get up here, you can delete a whole column, and it's a bit of a pain. You can get it back, but it's a little bit of a pain. It's easier not to delete it in the first place. So I'm going to keep hitting delete. Okay, so now I want to put data in here. And so I would go here and I would put 32. And do you see how it's on the bottom here? And then when I hit enter, oops, it pops it up. I was in the wrong column though. So I'm going to clear that out. I'm going to delete it. Get my cursor over here. Now, I've actually already put in this data, but we'll pretend like I haven't. Okay, so I want to put something in. Then I just say 32. It puts on the bottom. I hit enter. It pops it up here. See, if this said 24 and I wanted it to say 65, I'd put it down here. I'd hit enter. It would pop it up there. I don't want it to say 65, though. I want it to say 24. But my point is you don't have to erase. You just write over, and it works. And then you keep going until it's all in. And then if there had been more data down there than what I wanted, then you would just delete it. After I got through writing over, if there was more stuff, I would delete it. So we put in all of our data, and now we want to quit out of this. We say second mode, that quits it. We're back on a regular math screen. And we can actually do this two ways. You can either go to y equals, well, you probably need to go y equals first anyway. Go y equals and see if there's anything here. And if it is, we need to clear it out. So hit clear and clear that out. The other thing is you can turn on this by going up to plot, but that's only, you just arrow up and hit enter and it turns it on. But that's only if you know that the settings for your plot is what you want it to be. So I'm going to turn that back off again. And I'm going to go to second y equals, and here's my first plot, and I'm going to hit enter and select it. First, I want to go over here and turn it on. Then I pick what kind I want, and this second one right here is the one we want for our box and whiskers. So I arrow down and over and hit enter. But what I want to plot for my box and whiskers is list 1, and blue is a terrific color. Now, the next thing, I could just go look and see if it graphs. And I do, and there's nothing there because my window is no good. So I need to change my window. So I'm going to go to this button here that says window. All my numbers are positive, so I can change my X minimum to 0. My X maximum, I can make 75 because I don't have any numbers bigger than that. My Y minimum, I can make 0 because there are no negative numbers, and I can make my Y maximum 100. That sounds like my box of whiskers plot's going to show up now. So I hit graph and there it is. Yay! All right, now how do I change this to a graph that I can turn into my teacher? That I can turn in. Well, go to trace and see how that gives me the blinky thing. It shows me that the median, the midpoint is at 35. So on your graph paper, you go to 35 and put a dot. Then I use my arrow overs, and I can see my first quartile is at 26.5, and I can put a little dot. And then I arrow over again, and I see my minimum number is 11, and I put a dot. And then I can go back the other way, and the next one is 49.5 for my third quartile, and then my maximum is 67. So you can get, like, if your teacher asks for the median, boom, there it is. If they wanted the range, you can see what it is. If the teacher wants the third quartile, there it is. And you can real easily make this graph. Now, a lot of times in Algebra 1, you're not putting your graph on graph paper like this. You're doing it below a number line. So you don't even have to worry about it being up here in the graph. You just put this beneath the number line, and that's what we do in my Algebra 1 class. So that's how you do it. Now, at the end, you want to be sure to put everything back so you're ready to not do box and whiskers. So then you would go back. You could go just to y equals. You could arrow up here and turn that plot off. And then you might want to go back to zoom and give yourself a nice little standard window again. And now it's ready to do some other graphs that are not box and whiskers. All right. So math is great. I'll see you later, and like, share, and subscribe.